with all the details on what's in our horrible scope.
I figured I would do good news because we have two things going on.
Okay.
We have Jupiter, the planet of luck and abundance, spends the first 6 months in Taurus.
Okay.
And then the second 6 months in the sign of Gemini. And the reason that's important is because Jupiter was, for all signs, was wherever Jupiter goes is where you get to expand things.
Okay.
And for most people need to realize that what we all thought we were putting into motion in June and July, and the beginning of August last year that kind of fell apart, all comes to be between now and May.
Woo!
So everybody can look back in their own charts and see, what was I doing in June and July and the beginning of August, and expect that those things come back in a better way and come to be between now and June. So to be specific about it, for Capricorns, because that's the sign we're in, the first half of the year they spend working on their creativity, their love, their children, and the idea is to take something that they do that's fun and a hobby and turn it into a job or work the second half of the year. So Capricorns are looking forward to a better work environment during the second half of the year. For Aquarians, they, over the next 6 months, are trying to nail down their home foundations and finish up projects at home, making their home very solid and secure for them. And then, when that's done between June and December, they want to have a good time. They want to fall in love. They want to be creative. They want to expand their children. Want to have a good time. For Pisces, it's in their third house of day-to-day living. So they are trying very hard to bring changes about that make their day-to-day living easier for them to do. Legal matters, contracts go well. And then the second half of the year, they rehabilitate their home. And it's a good time for Pisces to purchase real estate, even if they're not planning on living there right away from June to December. For Aries, it's about the money, and they make more money during the first 6 months of the year. And things that they put into motion last year that they thought were going to make money actually make money for them the first 6 months. And then the second 6 months, they're taking that show on the road, and they are going to pick up the pace of their day-to-day living. For Tauruses, Jupiter is in their sign, and the things they tried to begin personally in June and July all come to be between now and June, and it's an expansion of something that the Taurus loves to do, because when you do what you love, the money follows. And for Taurus, the money follows quite handily between June and December.
All right.
And it's an earned income kind of thing. So Pat's been working hard making money for other people, and now she focuses it on herself.
Okay.
For Geminis, much like the United States, we have 6 months that we have to finish up stuff that we tried, and I think that has to do with the recovery of the United States.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that that's kind of likely by the June time span that the U.S. really begins to recover. And then from June to December, it's about the Gemini getting what it is that they desire, creating new partnerships, feeling better about themselves. Recovery in general is in order for Geminis.
In the second half of the year.
In the second half of the year,
Meaning a new
yes.
president.
God willing.
Moving right along.
For Cancers, it's in their 11th house of hopes, wishes, goals, and objectives. Reaching a long-standing team effort or a group effort finally comes to be for the Cancers, getting everybody on the same page. And then they take a step back, collapse in a heap, and try and incorporate the achievements that they've made professionally and personally into their day-to-day living. Not continuing to try and expand, but trying to consolidate that. Leo's professional success between now and June that they thought they were going to get last year in June and July actually comes to be for them between as we speak and the 1st of June.
Okay.
And then after that, they get to achieve a long-standing hope, wish, goal, or objective, which comes to be when you get to tell everybody you were right.
Oh, sounds like a good year for
and
you,
it's
truly.
an excellent, yeah, that's right, you're a Leo, an excellent year for you professionally and personally.
I look forward to it.
And then for Virgo, it's in their 9th house of the law, of contracts, important matters at a distance, reaching a broader audience. Virgo's tried to put all that into motion, and they actually achieved that. And the result is professional success for Virgo during the second half of the year. And the Virgos get to achieve that dream of doing a job once and being paid for it twice. I can only hope. For Libras, the money gods finally smile on Libra, where Libra thought they were going to do much better financially in June and July, only to be disappointed. Whatever was promised to you then comes to be between now and June. Big, huge sigh of relief. And then after that, they also get to reach a broader audience. They get to travel a little bit more. Yes, for Scorpios, it's in their 7th house of partners. Scorpios get what they deserve, good or bad, right or wrong. And that all depends on how they've lived their life, is what that particular outcome is. But they tried to break away and start over last June and July, and that actually comes to be for them between now and June. And then the second half of the year, the money gods smile on them. And it's unearned income. Sagittarius is the last sign. Jupiter's in their 6th house of work, so they get to expand what it is they do for a living, their job. Some kind of obstacle that had been in their way gets out of their way and makes for a much better work environment for them. And then the second half of the year, they have to put their money where their mouth is, because like they've said, if I could only do this and this is what I would do, and the universe is going to say, okay, let's see it. So I think overall we have a much better year in 2012 than we did in 2011, and I, for one, am very thankful for that. So I'm looking forward to it. And all of us can look around and go, those 2 nickels we have left, we can actually hold on to them, which is, I think, the most important thing. Is I think you'll see people going back to work, the economy picking back up. So tomorrow's news today for the 12 signs, and
for the rest
I'm
of the year.
looking forward to it.
All right. We'll see you next Wednesday. We'll keep it up.
Always a pleasure.
Thank you, my dear.